So why do I say it's the feminine that will heal your libido and your ED as a man? It's because the feminine is the energy that gets sexual relating flowing. And what people are doing when they go on the dating sites is this terrible thing where people are like, well, what job do they have? How do they look? How old are they? Everything's from the head, everything's from the mind. And that's our masculine side who's trying to discern and make things right and make decisions from the empirical evidence in front of him. And it has nothing to do with chemistry, love, or soul connection. And that's why people's sexual relationships are so short-lived, because they're going on nothing. And then you say, okay, well, we did text for a little while, and then you meet the person and people get in bed and like, well, Eve, we did go on the chemistry. It was hot chemistry, but then it was a nightmare. And when I'm talking about the feminine, I'm not just talking about kinesthetics. That is part of the feminine domain. But I'm talking about all chakras of you. How was the intellectual rapport? How was the emotional rapport? The maturity of that? How was the spiritual connection going and rapport? How was the creative rapport? How was the touch, any little touch you did make with each other? Now we're talking feminine, because your feminine side is multi-dimensional. She's not just kinesthetic. But she's certainly not trapped in the mind. She's intellectually brilliant, but not run by the mind. She's run by the heart. So if you're gonna go out there looking for true love, looking for more libido, even in your own relationship, expecting that somehow through all of your mental machinations you're gonna make it good, you're gonna choose the right one, that's power struggle. That is our masculine side, who is not, his domain is not love and relating. It's not even sexuality. That's still the feminine for birth energy. So our masculine side, if you think of us as like everything inside the circle is your feminine, and everything outside it is your masculine. And your masculine's got his job and his ego and his character and his skills and his basic, knowledge. That's all important. We got to have our masculine side intact. But everything inside the circle, that's what you've got to claim as sacred, that no one can desecrate what's inside the circle, inside you. And you can go even further than that and take Liz Gilbert's advice. She has an amazing Divine Feminine video out that will say it better than I can right now. But inside my circle, for example, is my home, is my family, my relationship with my mother, my time, my creativity. And if a man comes into my life, he's got to make all of that better, not worse. He can't come in and make squalor in my home, take down my self-confidence, make me feel ugly or unworthy. My confidence is part of it. My reputation is part of it. He can't come into my life. I put up this for a long time with somebody who I thought loved me, destroying my reputation behind my back. These are things, what's inside your sacred circle, right? So that's a lot. That was more than I intended to say tonight. I just want to say to you, you can't go about dating and finding your true love through the masculine. You can't do it. So what's the feminine? Since we've lost the feminine and most of us don't even know what that is, what I'm talking about, because she's so lost and oppressed, and she has been for so many thousands of years. People are like, no, Eve, I gotta be logical, I gotta be practical, they have to have a good job, and they have to have, they have to look good to me, and they have to, I understand. The masculine has his point, but he will have you miss out on true love. and a rockin' sex life, which may be with the funniest looking one in the room, and the poorest one who you are deeply in love with. And will your life be better because they're poor? It's not because they're poor that life is better. It's because they connect with you on all of your chakras, in which case it means they are making your life better in every domain. Even your finances will be better because of them, even if they're poor. Because that's what the feminine knows. She can sense, wow, in this person's presence, I feel uplifted. I feel more beautiful every time I see them. I feel more wise. I feel like life's gonna be okay. You know, I'm ready to do my work because of them. All right, much love, darling. Contact me at evesedenarts@gmail.com, and I am a coach. My name is Eve Christoph, and I help people who are seeking the love of their lives to find that great joy, that great love of their life, by integrating the feminine half of beingness, the divine feminine superpower that you need in order to have not just the love of your life, but all the other things too that you want in your life to come into place, because you're loving yourself, your full self, your divine feminine self, along with your masculine self. Oh my God. Now we're talking. What you give to yourself comes to you from the outside as well. Okay.